Does the clock often strike 2 a.m. and suddenly, your eyes pop open, wide awake, as if a silent alarm has just gone off? You lie there, staring at the ceiling, perhaps for minutes, perhaps for hours, feeling that familiar dread creep in as you realize another precious night of rest is slipping away. It's a frustrating, exhausting cycle, isn't it? That middle-of-the-night awakening leaves you feeling groggy, irritable, and less vibrant the next day, impacting everything from your memory to your mood. You might wonder if it's just part of getting older, something you have to accept, or if there's a deeper reason why your body chooses that particular hour to jolt you awake. Well, I'm here to tell you it's often not random at all. Your body is incredibly intelligent, and those 2 a.m. awakenings are often a subtle signal, a message it's trying to send you about what's happening internally. In this video, we're going to gently uncover what those persistent middle-of-the-night wake-ups often mean for folks over 60, and more importantly, we'll look at simple, practical adjustments you can make to reclaim your peaceful, uninterrupted sleep. We'll dive into common culprits you might not have considered and offer actionable steps you can take starting tonight. Stick around to the very end, because what I share might genuinely surprise you about getting your peaceful nights back. Let's dive right into what's often happening when you find yourself wide awake at 2 a.m. One of the most common reasons, and perhaps the most outwardly noticeable, is the call of nature, what doctors often refer to as nocturia. As we gracefully age, our bladders don't always hold as much as they used to, and our bodies also tend to produce more urine at night. This isn't just about the volume, it's about timing and how our kidneys filter fluids. Sometimes, underlying conditions like an enlarged prostate in men, or weakened pelvic floor muscles in women after childbirth or due to age, can contribute to this frequent need to use the bathroom. But it's not always about a medical issue. Often, it's about habits that are easily changed. Think about what you're drinking and when. Enjoying a cup of tea or even a glass of water right before bed, no matter how hydrating, might be setting you up for that unwelcome trip to the bathroom a couple of hours later. Your body is simply processing that fluid. And if you're lying flat, gravity isn't helping your bladder hold it all in. So, what can you do? A very simple yet effective step is to consciously reduce your fluid intake in the 2 to 3 hours leading up to bedtime. That means finishing your last glass of water, your evening tea, or any other beverage a good while before you plan to tuck in. And pay special attention to diuretics like caffeine and alcohol. These can make your kidneys work overtime, leading to even more urine production. Cutting these out in the late afternoon and evening can make a world of difference. Another thing to consider is how much swelling you might have in your legs and ankles during the day. If you notice a bit of puffiness, that fluid tends to re-enter your bloodstream when you lie down at night, increasing the volume your kidneys need to process. To help with this, try elevating your legs for a little while in the late afternoon or early evening, perhaps while you're reading or watching television. This helps that fluid redistribute and get processed by your kidneys before you go to bed, rather than while you're trying to sleep. Small changes in your fluid management throughout the day can lead to profound improvements in your night's rest, saving you from that disruptive journey to the bathroom. Beyond the call to nature, another powerful force at play when you wake up at 2 a.m. is often your internal stress sentinel, anxiety and stress. You might not even feel particularly stressed during the day, but our bodies have a way of processing emotions when we're quiet and still. The middle of the night, when the world is dark and quiet, is often when our minds decide it's the perfect time to review the day's worries, plan for tomorrow's challenges, or even just rehash old memories. This is tied to our body's stress hormones, particularly cortisol. Cortisol levels naturally fluctuate throughout the day, peaking in the morning to help us wake up and declining towards evening. However, if you're under chronic stress, your cortisol might not drop sufficiently at night, or it might even spike in the early hours of the morning. right around 2 or 3 a.m. This surge of cortisol is a natural wake-up call for your body, a signal that it's time to be alert. Even if you're meant to be sleeping soundly, it's like your brain suddenly decides it's time for an urgent meeting, complete with a mental to-do list or a replay of nagging thoughts. So, how can you gently quiet this internal sentinel? Establishing a relaxing wind-down routine before bed is incredibly powerful. This isn't just about dimming the lights. It's about signaling to your body and mind that it's time to shift gears from active engagement to peaceful rest. Try gentle stretching or a few minutes of restorative yoga, something slow and mindful that connects you to your breath. Reading a physical book, not on a backlit screen, can be wonderfully soothing. Listening to calming music, perhaps classical or nature sounds, can also create a tranquil atmosphere. Another technique that many find helpful is journaling. Before you even get into bed, sit down for 10 minutes and simply jot down anything that's on your mind. Your worries, your plans, your thoughts about the day. Get them out of your head and onto paper. This acts as a release valve, preventing those thoughts from swirling around when you're trying to sleep. Finally, consider incorporating a few minutes of deep breathing exercises or a simple guided meditation. There are many free apps and videos available that offer short, calming meditations specifically for sleep. Focusing on your breath can anchor you to the present moment and gently guide your mind away from racing thoughts. These practices aren't about eliminating stress from your life entirely. That's nearly impossible. But rather about giving your body the tools to process it more effectively and signal that it's safe to rest. Even when the world outside feels demanding, learning to manage this internal stress response is a vital step towards reclaiming your peaceful 2 a.m. slumber. Beyond the call to nature and the busy mind, there are other sneaky culprits that might be behind those 2 a.m. awakenings. Let's talk about your blood sugar roller coaster. When you wake up suddenly in the middle of the night, sometimes sweating or feeling a bit shaky, it could be a sign that your blood sugar has dropped too low. Your body, in its wisdom, releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to raise your blood sugar back to a safe level. And these are powerful wake-up hormones. This can happen if you've eaten a heavy, carb-rich meal close to bedtime, or if you've skipped dinner entirely and your blood sugar simply dips too low overnight. Think of your blood sugar like a gentle river. You want it to flow smoothly, not have sudden rapids or dramatic drops. To help stabilize this, aim for a balanced dinner that includes lean protein, plenty of vegetables for fiber, and some healthy fats. This combination digests slowly and helps maintain a steady blood sugar level throughout the night. Avoid sugary snacks or highly refined carbohydrates in the hours before bed, as these can cause a rapid spike followed by an equally rapid crash. If you absolutely must have a snack before bed, choose something small and balanced, like a handful of almonds, a slice of apple with a little peanut butter, or a small piece of cheese. These types of snacks offer sustained energy without the blood sugar drama. Next, let's consider digestive discomfort, particularly acid reflux. Your stomach works hard all day, and when you lie flat after eating a large, heavy, or spicy meal, stomach acid can easily travel up your esophagus, causing that burning sensation, a cough, or even just general discomfort that jolts you awake. This is especially common if your last meal was very close to bedtime. The simple solution here is to give your body ample time to digest before you lie down. Aim to finish eating at least 3 hours before you plan to go to sleep. This gives your stomach a chance to empty and reduces the likelihood of acid reflux. Also, pay attention to specific foods that might trigger your acid reflux. Common culprits include highly acidic foods like tomatoes and citrus, very spicy dishes, fatty foods, and even chocolate or peppermint. Keeping a small food diary for a few days might help you identify your personal triggers. If acid reflux is a persistent issue, consider elevating the head of your bed a few inches, perhaps by placing a wedge pillow under your mattress, or even just raising the legs of your bed frame slightly at the head end. This uses gravity to keep stomach contents where they belong, A gentle walk after dinner can also aid digestion and prevent discomfort. Finally, let's talk about your body's internal thermostat and the environment you sleep in. Our bodies are designed to cool down slightly in order to initiate and maintain sleep. If your bedroom is too warm, or perhaps too cold, it can disrupt this natural temperature regulation, causing you to wake up. Have you ever tried to sleep in a stuffy room or woken up sweating? It's incredibly disruptive. The ideal temperature for most people to sleep soundly is between 18 and 20 degrees Celsius, or about 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. It might feel a little cool when you first get into bed, but it's often the perfect temperature for maintaining sleep throughout the night. Beyond the thermostat setting, consider your sleepwear and bedding. Choose light, breathable fabrics like cotton or linen that allow your skin to breathe and help regulate your body temperature. Layers can be helpful too, so you can easily adjust if you feel too warm or too cool during the night. Taking a warm bath or shower about an hour or two before bed can also be counterintuitive but effective. As your body cools down after getting out of the warm water, it signals to your brain that it's time for sleep, ensuring good ventilation in your bedroom. Even just by cracking a window slightly, can also improve air quality and temperature regulation, further supporting uninterrupted sleep. These subtle environmental adjustments can play a significant role in creating a sanctuary that encourages deep, restorative sleep, allowing your body's natural rhythms to take over without disruption. We've explored several common threads that often explain those frustrating 2 a.m. awakenings, from the simple need to visit the bathroom, to the intricate dance of stress hormones, the ebb and flow of your blood sugar, the quiet discomfort of digestion, and even the temperature of your sleep sanctuary. It's truly fascinating how interconnected our bodies are, and how these seemingly small factors can collectively conspire to disrupt your precious sleep. Remember, you're not alone in experiencing this. Many people, especially as we get a little older, find their sleep patterns shifting. But that doesn't mean you have to simply accept sleepless nights. The beautiful truth is that often, it's not one single glaring issue, but rather a combination of these elements, each contributing a little piece to the puzzle. And the truly empowering part is that you have the power to influence so many of these factors with gentle, consistent adjustments. Think of it not as a battle against your body, but as a conversation. By listening to these signals, the frequent bathroom trips, the racing thoughts, the feeling of sluggishness from a blood sugar dip, the mild heartburn, or the feeling of being too warm, you gain invaluable insights into what your body needs. Small changes, truly, can make a monumental difference. It might be as simple as adjusting when you have your last cup of tea, or taking a few minutes to jot down your worries before bed, or opting for a lighter dinner with a bit more fiber. Perhaps it's turning down the thermostat a degree or two, or choosing a different fabric for your pajamas. Each conscious choice, no matter how small it seems, is a step towards nurturing your body and fostering an environment where deep, restorative sleep can naturally flourish. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. It's about cultivating habits that support your well-being, allowing your body to repair, recharge, and renew itself overnight. Imagine waking up feeling truly refreshed, ready to embrace the day with energy and clarity, instead of dragging yourself through it feeling half awake. That vision is absolutely within your reach. I'd genuinely love to hear from you. Have you experienced these 2 a.m. wake-ups? What has helped you? Or what challenges are you still facing? Sharing your experiences in the comments below not only helps me understand what resonates with you, but it also creates a supportive community where we can all learn from each other. If this video resonated with you, if you found these insights helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel reach more people who might benefit from this information. And, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel for more practical tips and encouraging guidance on living your best, most vibrant life at every age. You deserve restful sleep, and you have the power to reclaim it. Keep nurturing yourself. Keep listening to your body. And live your best life at every age.